What's going on, guys? I know I'm late with this review. This is going to be a quick video. I just want y'all to know I've seen this movie, all right? I just want you to know it's one of my favorites. Welcome back, all right? I'm sorry I'm late, but we just got done watching Barbarian last night for the third time, and I just got to say, this is what I'm talking about. When I talk about horror movies and I'm like, this is the GOAT. Barbarian is so good. I don't even want to talk about it, honestly. The writing is good. The directing is good. The acting is good. Literally everything about this movie. The characters are good. The ending is good. Literally everything about this movie is amazing. And it's a horror movie, And let me go ahead and pull up the movie. Let me see who this is by. Hold on. I always forget. So it's directed by Zach Kreger. And it's got Zach Kreger in. He's in it for a little bit. But it's got Bill Skarsgård as Keith. He plays this guy that's staying at this Airbnb. And then Justin Long that plays this famous actor that's in this pilot that, is going through this lawsuit about some sexual assault thing, And then you got Tess, is played by Georgina Campbell. Now, Georgina Campbell carries this movie handily. I'm telling you right now, she does a great job. The whole time you're rooting for her, she's a great final girl. Literally, she does a great job. You're like, oh my God, I want to see Tess get the fuck out of here and fucking win. Literally the whole fucking movie. And Bill Skarsgård does a great job. At the beginning of the movie, Tess is here to stay at this Airbnb. And it's in this kind of shady neighborhood. And she's here to stay at this Airbnb for this job interview. And she gets there, and there's no key in the key lockbox, and she's trying to figure out. She's calling the Airbnb people, and she's like, what the fuck? She goes back to her car because it's dark as fuck. She's in the middle of nowhere, and she sees a light turn on the house. She's like, what the fuck is going on? And she goes back and starts knocking on the door. She's like, what the fuck? No one's answering the door. I was just there. You know what I'm saying? She goes back, and Keith, Bill Skarsgård character, answers the door, and you're like, oh, what the fuck is going on? I thought she had the Airbnb. And they start talking, and they make the dialogue seem like it's like, oh, fuck, should she go in or no? It's more of like, it's kind of like up to the audience a little bit, kind of. You're like, fuck, should she go in? Does she trust this guy? Is this guy trustworthy? Is this guy trying to drug her, rape her? You know what I'm saying? We don't want that. And it's worrisome. But then she decides to go in the house, and, Keith seems like a good guy, and he wants her to stay, obviously. He's like, no, I'll sleep on the bed. I'll sleep on the couch. You could sleep on the bed. And, he's trying to, and he seems like a good guy at the start, but you're questioning it because you're like, what the fuck is going on, Because when I first watched this movie, I just jumped on in and said, oh my fucking God, I didn't know anything about it. I just went in and watched this bitch. Okay? I put a diaper on and I shit my pants because this shit's fucking insane. I'm telling you guys. And so she decides to stay, whatever, and she's sleeping, and her door cracks open in the middle of the night, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And you can see Keith having a nightmare, freaking out, dreaming. And, she thinks it's Keith. Keith maybe opened the door and ran away really quick. And I'm like, how the fuck would he do that? You would have heard that shit. And she goes over to wake up Keith, and she's like, what the fuck's going on? Did you open my fucking door? You weirdo. But she slowly starts liking Keith, She's like, damn, this guy's kind of cute, But eventually, she goes down to this basement area, and there's this fucking sex dungeon. This layer, spoilers, motherfucker. There is a cum baby species incest fucking creature living under this Airbnb. Mind you, this is I'm going to put up a picture of the house. It's a little cute little home. And below it is like a dungeon. When I say dungeon, think of like fucking Terraria. Like that dungeon you have to go down. It's a maze. It's endless. It's like a fucking mine facility cave. And I guess back in the day, in like the 70s or 80s, there's this fucking creep. This guy that would fucking abduct girls and rape them, I guess, and film them and keep them hostage and take them and impregnate them and have babies with those babies and have babies and it gets fucking crazy. And they're down there, and guys, the gore, oh my God, the action and the gore is so it's so good. It says horror. Now, it is scary. Like, it's like, what the fuck is that thing? But it is more of a thriller. But really, guys, this is a great movie. And you're probably like, where's Justin Long? You know, it starts with the first half with Keith and Tess, and then it jumps to Justin Long's character, where it's just like, because what happens is they go down in the dungeon, okay, and Tess is like, there's something fucking down here. Come down here, Keith. If you don't get your ass down, Keith doesn't believe her. We're like, what the fuck, Keith? Yeah, we're like, get your ass down here. We need to come down here and check what the fuck's down here, because I'm like, I ain't going down there. Keith goes down there, and of course, this motherfucker doesn't say nothing. He goes silent. He starts going down, and Tess is like, fuck. Tess is like, I got my shit. I want to go. I want to leave. And she should have left. But she decides to go down, and she sees another door, and then it just goes fucking down, down, down. And she starts hearing Keith scream. He's like, what the? And Tess starts running down the hall, and she's like, what the fuck's going on? She meets Keith, and Keith is crouched. He's like, someone is fucking down here. There is a fucking thing down here. And then all of a sudden, this fucking big old saggy titty fucking monster, her tits are down here, runs after Keith. I shit you not. Grabs Keith's head and starts bashing it into the fucking the fucking rock wall. And you see it, like his face slowly starts pushing together, and it's fucking amazing. And then right after that happens, we cut to Justin Long, and we're in the sunrise, this fucking nice ass car with the top off, beach, and he's listening to music and everything. We're like, what the fuck is going on? And then you get Justin Long's story, where this girl is accusing him of sexually assaulting, raping, which is like, what the fuck? And then you start to get invested in this story, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And then eventually you start to realize he's like, no, I didn't do that. I did not rape that girl. And then eventually he goes out with his buddy at the bar, which is the director, which is funny. And he's talking to me. He's like, man, I'm your best friend, man. I'm not telling nobody. He's like, what really happened? And he's like, well, the girl took a little convincing, and she was saying no, but eventually, I don't know. But I think he raped her, you know what I'm saying? I think he did some bad shit. But the reason we cut to Justin Long is he's like, I need money because we're going to have to go to court, and I'm worried, and he realizes, fuck, I need to do something. Everybody's dropping him and shit, which fucking sucks. But we don't know what happens, but eventually we do later on, and he confirms it that he did rape her because he drunk calls her later. But the reason he's involved in the story, probably like, what the fuck, is he owns the Airbnb. So Justin Long is like, fuck, I gotta sell some property. He goes to the Airbnb, and he's like, what the fuck? And he calls because there's stuff there, there's suitcases and Tessa's shit's there. And they're like, what the fuck? He calls the Airbnb. He's like, are people staying here? And they're like, fuck no. It's been 3 weeks. The last time. 3 weeks. Okay, so obviously fucking Justin Long is funny as fuck. He's measuring out the house. He's trying to figure out how much square footage he has to sell. And then he goes down to the basement. And you're like, fuck. And then he starts measuring down the shit, and he doesn't give a fuck. He sees the rape shit, and he's like, oh, whatever. He don't give a fuck. He's a bad person, and that movie does a great job showing that. He's a shitty person. And he goes down, he starts measuring his shit, and he fucking finds some weird shit. He finds the fucking creature, and he finally meets up with Tess, and Tess is being held captive. And this creature's just trying to, like, baby them. It wants to be its fucking mother and take care of him, and it's feeding him this dirty ass milk bottle in this fucking sex chamber. But eventually they get out. Justin Long eventually gets out. He gets a gun, and he gets out with Tess, and he's running and shit, and Tess is fucking running, and they're both not together, and they're running, and it's dark as fuck, and he's got a flashlight, and he doesn't know what the fuck's going on, and Tess is fucking running, and this dumbass has a flashlight, okay, and he's pointing this way, and he's got a gun. And the reason he got the gun, I'm sorry, I cut forward, is that he finds the old man that was raping all these women, and he's down here in this fucking, he's old, and he's dirty, and he's in this bed, and he's sleeping. And he wakes him up, and he's like, hey, man, what the fuck? You gotta help me get out of here, because he doesn't know. And slowly, Justin Long starts to realize, and he sees all these tapes and these recordings, this, like, gas station red girl, redhead, beautiful redhead, black hair, beautiful, blue-eyed fucking, and he puts in a tape, and they're getting raped, and it's fucking, he's like, you sick fucking man. And it's weird that the bad guy is saying that, the bad person, the person that also raped someone is saying that to him, which is just interesting to me. The writing is just so fucking good. I'm sorry, I'm slamming my desk, but for real, it's just interesting. And he's like, you sick fuck. He's like, you're gonna fucking die for this shit. And eventually the old man just doesn't say anything. He goes into his drawer, grabs a fucking a fucking gun, blows his head off instantly, and we're like, what the fuck is going on? And Justin Long's all right, fuck this. He grabs the gun, and that's where he starts running because he hears shit, and he's like, fuck this, I'm out this bitch. He starts running and shit, and Tess is running, and then he shoots fucking Tess. I'm like, what the fuck, you idiot? So now Tess is shot, and she's shot like in her fucking lower part of her body, and now she's bleeding out. And now Justin Long's got to carry this motherfucker out of here. They're carrying, they're running. They get out of the house, and the fucking lady's at the basement window just fucking staring and goes back. And the homeless man, there's a homeless man later on. But he's like, come with me, man. I'll come with me. And Tess finds that homeless man, and he goes to the water tower where he stays at. And they talk, and they're like, yeah, what the fuck is that thing? And they talk about it, and that's where you start to figure out. I don't want to spoil so much of the movie. That's where you talk about it. And he's like, I've stayed here for 15 years. This bitch has never came in here. And if she does, I'll fucking... And then out of nowhere, the fucking wall just blows up. And this bitch comes out and just starts fucking... No. I shit you not. Rips off his fucking arm. The creature rips off his arm. And then starts bashing his fucking head in with his arm. Guys, if that's not peak fucking horror, then I don't know what is. She kills him with his own fucking arm. So Tess and them are fucking running. And of course these dumbasses decide to go up a water tower. We're like, why the fuck would you go somewhere where you can't fucking escape? So they climb up the water tower. And Justin Long realizes that we're fucked. And he's like, she loves you more, and she wants to baby you, and she wants to be your mother. So she's going to have to fucking go get you. He grabs Tess at the top of the water tower, throws her off the fucking water tower. Our girl Tess, off the fucking water tower to fucking her demise. But luckily, our girl, the creature jumps after like this and fucking dives forward. And it's funny because she got her arms out like this, and she's diving forward. And saves Tess. Now you think that Tess is dead because it shows the creature landed first and it's holding on to Tess and Tess is on top. And she took the blow on the fall. And it's like, holy shit. This guy's a fuckhead. Justin Long, AJ just killed our main girl. And he goes down there and he's like, oh my fucking God, I just killed these two motherfuckers. He's like, what the fuck? And then Tess goes... and wakes up, and you're like, and Justin Long's like, fuck. He's like, you're okay. He's like, I had to do that. And he starts freaking out because you just fucking tried to kill her. And he's like, I'm sorry. And he's like, don't worry, we can get this figured out. I can help you. I can pay whatever. And whatchamacallit, and he's freaking out. And then the creature wakes up and fucking grabs Justin Long, bashes his fucking head in, and I was like, oh my God, thank you. I've been waiting for this moment, and kills fucking Justin Long's character. We're like, thank God this fucking scumbag is finally fucking dead. You fucked over so many people. It pisses me off. And then the creature slowly comes up to Tess, and it just wants the mother, you know. It cares for Tess for some reason, you know. It wants to be with Tess. And Tess obviously is like, we can't do this. She pulls out that gun, blows that motherfucker's head off. And then Tess gets up and she walks off, and we hear a nice little happy song at the end. But I want to say that this movie is really what the horror genre can do, guys. It's so fresh. It's so fun. It's different. It's goofy. It's fucking scary. It's fucking sick. It's vile. Now, it's got a 92% critics, and I think it's got a high fucking audience. It's got a 70 audience, which is weird, because I think this movie is fucking peak. I think it's really good, and that's why I'm giving it a fucking 8. It's a fucking 8 out of 10, dude. This movie, I've seen it 4 times already. All right, and it's amazing. I love it. The actors do a great job. Zach Kreger does a great job. Everything about this, guys. Go see this fucking movie. Go support this movie, for real. Fucking give it $1 million. I know it's old, but go fucking support this movie, guys. And, yeah, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, honestly. I'm going to try to give out some, I know they dropped some Star Wars information. I was going to wait till May 4th to maybe cover all that, but we'll see what happens. And I know they dropped that Superman sneak peek, but you know how it is. But you guys, you already know. I'm going to see you in the fucking next one, baby. You already know how it goes. motherfuckers understand me?